Hi, I am Roxy. I am here to ask you to do something for Steve6464. Can you watch as much of the video that you can? Then before you leave a comment. Make it a critique, a constructive criticism. Thanks. Oh, he's about to start. Bye.
Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Want to get it just a little louder than normal because I'm going to be across the room again. So, hi, I am Steve6464. This is season 13 of Let's Build This, part 11, working on finishing a 15-year-old project, which is that model, the Sopwith Camel there. But before we get started, let's review last week. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. Alright, I always turn the sound down when I run that review. And apparently, it caught me having a little snack too. So, alright, so that was last week. Let's get started. Why are we having camera issues? Okay, this is the main camera. The other one pointing down is center lower left. Properties. Oh, it's thinking it's not plugged in or something. Okay. Plugged into the extension. Still nothing. Gray cord. Gray cord. Gray cord. Yes, I had unplugged it. I had to move things around. Does it read it now? Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, have some snacks. It's probably reboot. And of course, sadly, while I am rebooting, I can't play the Be Right Back. So, until we meet again.
Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby getting some popcorn. Do not worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
Älä huoli, Steve 6464 tulee kohta takaisin.
Moenie bekommerd wees nie, Steve 6464 sal nou terug wees.
አይጨነቁ ስቲቭ 6464 ወዲያውኑ ይመለሳል።
Neboj se, Steve 6464 se hned vrátí. Eskeskatu, Steve 664 laster itzuliko da.
Huwag mag-alala, babalik kaagad si Steve 6464.
Ne aggódj, Steve 6464 mindjárt visszajön. Bare rolig, Steve 6464 er straks tilbage.
唔使擔心，史提夫6464會即刻返嚟。
Keine Sorge, Steve 6464 wird gleich wieder da sein.
Ne vous en faites pas,
Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite. Μην ανησυχείς, ο Steve 6464 θα γυρίσει αμέσως.
Ne vous inquiétez pas, Steve 6464 sera de retour tout de suite.
Maak je geen zorgen, Steve 6464 is zo terug.
别担心，史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
Ekki hafa áhyggjur, Steve 6464 kemur strax aftur.
Don't worry, Steve 6464 will be right back.
אל תדאג, סטיב 6464 יחזור מיד.
चिंता मत करो, स्टीव 6464 तुरंत वापस आ जाए.
别担心，史蒂夫6464马上就回来。
I'll be right back. Hi, I am Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby getting some popcorn. Do not worry.
Foxtrot Delta Tango. Foxtrot Delta Tango. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hi, yeah, back. Excuse me, I do have a bit of a cold. If I feel that's gonna, if I'm gonna have a big cough section, I will put Roxy back up again until the coughing spell has passed. Thank you for sticking around through that. This is, yes, season 13 of Let's Build This, part 11 of working on a 15-year-old, finishing a 15-year-old project or something like that, whatever it says in the description. Had a little technical problem in the cameras. Well, one, it wasn't plugged in, and once it got plugged in, OBS didn't recognize it. I had to reboot the system. And I thought I would start out with having Roxy do her thing, and OBS couldn't find it, although it was there. I clicked on the source, it still wouldn't work, had to do a few other things. But anyhow, okay, so enough of me rambling about my problems. Let's get to work. So this is starting to look like a real plane. Got its wings on. Last week we worked on the sanding down, filing down the elevator, glued that on. The rudder, same thing, glued that on. So I think for this week, although there's parts I could glue on today to the front of this, I think I will wait. I want to work on that. But what I want to do, I think I want to finish filing and sanding down the edges of our pilot, our machine guns. And see this would go here. But seeing we are doing the rubber motor, the instructions said about building some supports. So before we do glue that on, this goes. This might go here. So, yes, I'm gonna file and sand down the machine. I'm missing a machine. How did that happen? Okay, the hubcaps to the wheels. I don't have it in my pile of stuff here, do I? Come on, I can't believe. I can't believe I lost one of the machine guns. Well, how did I do that? Hey Roy, how you doing? Having a minor meltdown. I thought I had put everything back into the box, but now I'm missing one of these. Fine example I am to the kids. Can't keep track of my own stuff. I mean, I don't remember dumping it. Glue, clamp, file, toothpicks. Instructions. Plastic glue. Nail files. File kits. Small files. And it's not in my box of tools. Should probably finish that up before I open a new container. Well, if it's not on the table, I don't know where it is. And if it's not on the part of the table that is underneath the counter, then I'm going to have to take time during the week and look for it. I want the flashlight. under that part. It doesn't seem to be on any of the surfaces I've been using at a quick glance. So, damn, I know what I'm doing today after I sign off. Well, doesn't that just suck? And I thought I was being careful. No more flashlight. I have, you know, the engine pieces. I have the pilot, one machine gun, instructions. That's really annoying. I mean, it's got to be in my room here somewhere. Okay. But now I'm going to have to tear apart my room to find it. So, all right. Well, let's work on what we can. This is a part that I've filed and cleaned up a while ago. You put some glue in. It's filler. Seems pretty good. So let's get this part. It seems like I always had the two, this machine gun and the other one, together. You know, I was doing one, when I was working on one, I had the other one with it. going through all this is going to be fun. I got a lot of stuff under this table that I'm going to have to move out of the way just so I can pull this table out and look underneath. Really disappointed in myself. No, I didn't find it, Roy. And all this filing is breaking the glue joints. Get to have the fun of putting this back together. Yeah. Okay. Next card. Glue. Toothpick. Project. I know on screen it looks like I have a lot of light, but in reality it's really lacking. Let's set this aside. Move my glue so I don't put my arm in it. And let's get working on Mr. Pilot. Can you take one from, and I'm going to guess it's another, there's a little heart thing on top of it. Can you take one from another model, or maybe you can fashion one from matchsticks. No, I'm not going to fashion one from matchsticks, and I don't have another model I can take one from. I mean, I could go online and see if they sell, company sells spare parts or replacement parts, which I doubt. So when I started this project, I went on their website to see if that was possible, and I didn't see anything. I mean, it's got to be in the room somewhere. I mean, I'd hate to go and have to buy a whole new model kit just for that. Now, if I had a 3D printer, maybe I could scan the one I have and print out a new one. But who's got the money for a 3D printer? And I'd only had that one used for it. I'm not finding myself wishing I could 3D print stuff. Although I suppose if I had a 3D printer, I would find stuff to print with it. A puppy would find it and eat it, but fortunately, or unfortunately for the puppy, my office is in the basement, and the dogs in the house have not learned how to climb down the stairs, so no, the puppy would not have eaten it. The puppy does like to eat things. She particularly likes my knit hats. If I leave them where she can get at them, she will get at them and chew on them. This is gonna need, this is gonna need regluing. The story of my life. Okay. Well, we'll go as far in this as we can until it falls apart. Today might be a short. Well, I got other things to do. Okay, now I can read that full question. It moved up enough. Can you take one from another toy or model, or maybe can you fashion one from matchsticks? And no. And then your next chat. Would a puppy find and eat it? A puppy could find and eat it, but as I explained, I'm in the basement and they can't climb stairs. And I'm inferring that you are referring to a 3D printer. I need one too. I would print for you if I had one. Well, thank you. Been watching YouTube shorts and reels on YouTube and reels on Facebook of some of the stuff these guys print on 3D printers. Some of it's quite creative, but it still doesn't give me the desire to have one. I apologize for the snuffling. I still have this cold. And the okay good is in send a short text to move up your last one so I can read the whole thing without rolling my chair back to the desk. What I'm talking about, it's too bright. And that one is too far away. Where the hell is that one pointed at? And the okay good is in regard to the puppy not eating the machine gun. You know, she's not puppy-sized anymore. She has grown to her full potential. And I would show you, but I am not about to try to lift her and bring her down the stairs. Yeah, this is going to need some glue filler too. When I'm done. Can you cast your screen to a TV so it's easier to read. You know what, maybe let me try the Steve 6464 face camera. Alright, you see that? You see that heart? That's what's covering up your text. And I've tried to drag on it and move it, but it doesn't do anything. The only thing it does, if you tap on it, you get a choice of emojis that then go shooting up the screen. I'm not too sure what the point of that is. I get, interaction somehow and people in the chat. These vacuum form pieces are not like the plastic model pieces where they snap together, have a lip on it for glue. If and when I ever finish this project, and then when I finish the Roxy Meets Harvey video, maybe I'll pick up a traditional Revel model kit and put that together. Any recommendations on what I should do next? Leave in the comments. Or you can email me. My email is in the description. think I'm almost done filing off the excess. Oh, there's some here. I really need to do something about getting more lights, or brighter lights. Yeah, that helped a little. I wonder if you're supposed to maybe clean up the edges after you cut them out. Excuse me. And then glue them together. And then do, once the glue dries, do a glue filing or something. So, let's see. Well, that glue is already dried. Squeeze out some more glue. Steve does tutorials for Blender. I've heard of Blender. I'm not sure what that is. Is that... That's a 3D program, isn't it? Or a video editing program? Now, I know what a blender is. I have one. I've used it. I'm not too sure what the program blender is. Headphones just fell off for no apparent reason. Picked up this really nice set of headphones from the Amazon return store. Storing headphones, that's dead, is a challenge. Okay, I was right, it is a 3D modeling software. I usually don't make my own 3D objects. I use other people's and then modify them. So at the moment, Poser is fine. Alright, well, let that sit. and take a look at it next week. Get rid of this. So I'm not putting my hand in it and my arm on it. Well, YouTube Analytics says there's 4 people viewing. So if you're still viewing, just type hi in the chat so I know you're there, but you don't need to be involved in the chat if you don't want to. So it's free software. I know, but you can acquire skill. You're going to need to send another short text to help boost that up, or I could just do this. I know, but you can acquire a new skill. Yes, you're right, I could. Alright, well that took less time than I was anticipating because, well, I'm missing a part and it broke. The parts that I do have broke. So what I'm going to do is move on to assembling this. And let's find the instructions for that. I didn't have to go and buy brushes. I had one hidden. Thank you, Roy. Now I know that you are here. I didn't know you were here before. Alright. These things have seen better days. Although I am going to need to hang on to these, because it shows where the window and the top wing go. And I thought I saw on the box windows cut into the bottom wing. But I guess not. Oh, here's the note. For rubber-powered flying, reinforce plastic cowl with 4 strips of 1/16 by 1/4 stock. Cement between form and B1. B1 what? B1 not fuck up. It doesn't tell you how long this should be. And do I have a ruler that is not sub-zero? This is cheap plastic school ruler. It measures about 1 1/4. But what I think I will do cut something longer than 1 1/4 and then file or sand it down until it's plumb. Right. 1 1/8 by 1 1/4. So I'm going to have to cut it out of this piece. Yeah, this is 1 1/8. Or 1/8 inch. This is 2 inches. So I should easily get 8 1 1/4 out of it. Actually, more than that. But alright. Straight edge. Some sort of writing utensil. Preferably a pencil with a point. Most pencils don't have a point, they just babble. Landscape, huh? Let's try that. And for some reason, the device inside the phone that knows when it's landscape or vertical is not working. There are days I hate tech. I might as well thumbs up my my stream. At any other time, it would go horizontal. Find somebody else's video. The Doctor Who video, let's see. It ain't doing it. Well, goodbye, David Tennant. Back to here. Touch the video, then touch the square in the lower right corner. Okay. But now I need the chat. There we go. All messages. Yeah, that emoji button has completely disappeared. Cool. Alright. So, we are making 4 1/8 by 1/4 by 1 1/4 balsa wood supports. An X-Acto blade would be nice. Let's start with a new blade. Let's get a knife and some tape. Take out the old blade. Okay, this handle is not playing nicely. Let's try this one. This blade looks pretty unused. I should have done this before I disassembled the blade. There's the edge. Get some tape. Safely wrap the blade up in tape. Before you throw it out. Open up the new package. Hopefully I won't catapult any of these blades. I still haven't found those 2 blades that I lost. Yep, that's how it happened. That thing's snapping. A new blade. You know they're new because they have oil on them. They put oil on them so they won't rust and get dull. Insert the new blade. Carefully, always holding it in the back. tighten everything up. Alright. Straight edge. Cutting with the grain is, one hand it's easier, but on the other hand, sometimes the grain takes over and you won't get a straight cut. So I said, what, 1.25 inches? So I'm going to go an inch and 5/16. That's a 1/16 over. Markings on this metal ruler are easier to see. Stand still. You won't listen, you'll get taped down. Inch and 5/16. Alright, this is so small. I think the grain did have an impact, because this is, unless my knife was on an angle. This is also on an angle. And this is so small. I'm just going to eyeball. Being square. And the problem with going against the grain is when you finally break through, it snaps off like that and goes shooting across the room. Alright, one. Ha, 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 ha. One balsa reinforcement. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, I grew up watching Sesame Street. I am old enough to have seen the first episode of Sesame Street. Help reduce the chance of it shooting across the room. Let's tape it down. I do have a device for cutting balsa I believe it's fairly easy to get at. So when I'm done here in a moment, let's find out how easy it is to get at. Been a while. Wouldn't that be funny if the machine gun was in here? Tongue depressors and popsicle sticks. What did I use those for? Oh, I know. I use this to help my kids cut popsicle sticks when they were in scouts for building their popsicle bridge. That might be why. But I think it's been longer since I last had this out. This looks a little mold damage. I actually have a stop. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Steve, that's cool. I love Sesame Street. I know a girl who thinks of ghosts. She'll make you breakfast. She'll make you toast. But she don't use butter and she don't use cheese. She uses jelly or any of these. She uses Vaseline. Jim Henson made commercials too before Sesame Street. I'm gathering that first one is supposed to be a poem or something. Yeah, he made commercials. Did a lot of stuff in Britain. I think one of his earlier puppets or Muppets was like a weatherman or something. 1 5/16. Pick things up that you drop right away and they won't disappear. Maybe that's what I did with the machine gun. It fell, I didn't pick it up right away. You know, I'm doing all this just for 2 more cuts. Maybe I should go ahead and use up the whole stick here. Trying to find the sandpaper I was using. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. They're all the same grit. Well, that sucks. When did that break? A little bit off to square up the end. And it didn't. Why? Because this is broke. God damn it. This is why we can't have nice stuff. How did that break? Unrelated to Jim Henson, but the poem is song lyrics. I was kind of thinking it was one of those poems like the lady from Nantucket who really knew how to I'm hoping I'm going to be there's enough wiggle room in the blade's notches that I can push this down enough that it will compensate. Come on. Nope. Alright, I have scrap in here. If I can't lower the blade, maybe I can raise the stock. Better. Still doesn't. The thing that was supposed to save me time is now double the amount of time this was going to take. And then we flip it. Right. Okay. So I'm going to have to get a new sheet of masonite. Very sharp blade, keep fingers away. Clear with stick. Uh-oh, I didn't clear with stick. Somebody's going to have to come and take my crafting license away then. I am not. Maybe if I just rotate it. It's got a little bow to it. Or I could move the chopping part. From the middle here to the end. Where's my, there it is. Yeah, I didn't think Jim Henson would be making a poem about making sandwiches with Vaseline. Well, he might, but probably not have Kermit recite it. That was stupid. No. I didn't cut myself, but I probably should take the blade off. Especially when doing things upside down and you can't see where your fingers are. Because remember, caution, very sharp blade. Keep fingers away. And of course, if I had taken the time to get a decent screwdriver. So let's move this to this. How am I in time? What time is it? 2:44. Well, I lost 15 minutes futzing around with technical issues. Namely, I had to move my desk that the computer sits on, and I had unplugged this camera, and then when I moved my desk back, I neglected to plug that back in. So when I went to start OBS couldn't find the camera. And then even after I did plug it back in, OBS still couldn't find the camera, so I had to reboot. It looks like this is designed so the nut will fit into a groove, so you don't need pliers or a wrench to hold it in place. Maybe it just broke on me. It's designed not to go any higher than this. So maybe I had just broke it, taking it out of the box and pushing that thing all the way up. Bad crafter, bad crafter. Why do I get a feeling that it's turned around too? Why do I get a feeling that these screws were on this side? I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna see if I have a real Phillips screwdriver. Got a hole punch, long nose pliers, side cutters, gas wrench. But no screwdrivers. So we'll have to continue doing this the hard way. They're all got lucky on that one. No, because I can't open it enough. To get a full turn with my pocket knife. So let me put it together enough so I don't lose parts, and then fix this. Later. So okay, this is far enough I can twist. But this one is not. And I can do like eighth of a turn. And the dogs are okay. Well, that's an off-camera project. Let me put this back together enough so, like I said, I don't lose parts. All right. Box. All right. Just need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit of a sanding. Just a slight cleaning up. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too long. has collected. Okay. Now if I angle it, I won't really have to sand it. Having it straight like this, one is going to be something difficult to keep up. The only spot I'm going to have a problem with is the one that will go here. So, okay. Open. Open mine with glue. Well, now there's 6 people viewing me. So say hi, please. There. And on the top edge there. And then drop it down like such. I'm going to do that 2 more times. The 4th time I'm not quite sure. No, I could do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 5 of these. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll let that sit until next week. And let's go back to the desk and say our goodbyes. Switch to here. And look at the camera. And say thank you for everyone that has made it this far with me. For those of you who will be watching in the future, again, thank you for making it all the way through the video. And until then, have a good day, be safe, be a friend to someone who needs a friend. And the last thing I'm going to say is, derp. Derp is not derping. Wall of derp. Yeah, what's on this screen is not always what appears on another screen. And derp is not well, let's see if review of season 7 part 32 will play.
Hi, I am Roxy.
Okay, so that's
I'm going to recite a
whiteboard
free-form
of
poem
derp, or yeah.
by Steve 6464. Inspired by MC Tunis Z Review.
So we'll derp now work. There we go.
Look!
So let's try that again. So the last thing I have to say is,
Hi,
be right
I'm
back.
Roxy. Just hanging out in the lobby.
What the? Oh yeah, derp is its own scene. Alright. So the last thing I have to say is, chamber of derp.
Derp, 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 derp.
Derp, 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 derp.
Gravity is not a force.
Einstein released nuclear.
Jerp. 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 Jerp.